The last time we did a laundry routine video here at Clean My Space, it wasn't actually here. It was at the old CMS HQ. It was in 2016, and Chad and I were just two single married people living together, as in we didn't have a child. So since then, we're in a new house and we have a toddler. There's a lot more need for laundry happening, also because we have a pool, which means more towels and more guests. So in this video, I'm gonna do an updated laundry routine video for you now that I'm a mom. I have a little bit more square footage and there's a little bit more activity happening here at the house. I'm gonna go over schedules, kind of routine, some of the products and tools that I use, and hopefully I'll share something that helps you tweak your laundry routine. And just a quick reminder, if you haven't done so already, to subscribe to the Clean My Space channel, and remember to turn on that notification bell wherever it is so that you always know when a Clean My Space video comes out. Also, give this video a thumbs up if having kids has completely changed your laundry routine. It has changed mine. Because I still, after 13 years of being together, will not do Chad's laundry, and I'm okay with that, and so is he. I just do my own and Riley's, and I do the household laundry as well. So I'm gonna walk you through those three routines. If you wanna know what Chad does for his laundry routine, well, you can let us know in the comments down below, and maybe he'll muster up the courage to talk about his monthly laundry party. In the meantime, let me tell you what I do for mine. If I know that I have stained a garment, so for example, some sauce lands on a shirt or something along those lines, I remove the garment and I treat the stain ASAP using whatever appropriate stain remover is required for that particular stain. And we have lots of videos about how to stain pre-treat and all of that, so we can link a couple of those down below for you. The best thing to do as soon as you have a stained garment is to wash that garment immediately, but sometimes that doesn't always jive with my schedule. So I split my laundry into 3 different sections: lights, colors, and darks. If I have a full load where that garment is going, I will then just do the load. Great motivation. Otherwise, I might gather a smaller load of things that I need to wash and use, say, a color grabber sheet so that I don't have to worry about mixed colors. Or at the absolute worst case, I will leave that garment in its proper section of my tri-sorter for a couple of days, and then when I get around to it, I'll do that load and hope that the stain comes out. Most of the time it does, and if for whatever reason it doesn't, I just re-treat the stain and re-launder it. I've mentioned this several times, but I don't mix towels or linens in with my clothing, so what I'm talking about right now is specifically to do with my clothing. When I have a load of laundry that I am ready to wash, I take it to the machine and I put the items in generally piece by piece. You can go pretty quick. And the reason I do this is so that I can catch any last minute things that shouldn't go into the wash, like for example, a paper towel, or if you have a little kid, a crayon or something along those lines that you do not want in the washing machine. But it also allows me to separate out any of my delicates, any garments, lingerie, anything like that that I know could get ruined if it was just mixed in with the general population. Once that's done, I close my machine. I kind of gauge how much laundry is in there so I know how much detergent to use. I've talked about this as well many times. It's really important to use the right amount of detergent for the amount of laundry that you'll be washing. If you overdose or underdose, you're not gonna get great results. If I know that I'm not gonna be able to attend to that load and switch it over to the dryer pretty soon after the dinger goes, then I have to add a few drops of lavender essential oil to the detergent compartment after I've added in my detergent, which is scent-free and dye-free, by the way. And the reason I do that is because the lavender essential oil prevents that mildewy kind of smell from building up in the machine if, for whatever reason, I can't get to that load right away and I have to leave it in there for a few hours. Another quick note, it is important to familiarize yourself with the different settings on your washing machine. I know at first, like when I got my washing machine, I was like, look at all the settings, and I just felt like a new person. But then I didn't really pay too much attention to them because I had to read the manual. But then I realized, hey, if I read the manual and actually use the settings the way they're intended to be used, I will get better results. So I have since done that, and now I know that when I'm doing a load, if I select the appropriate setting for the type of load that I'm washing, I get better results. So if you have not done this, I recommend that you just take literally 10 minutes, figure out what your machine can do for you, and you will likely see much better results with your laundry. Now, once you're done, you want to remove it. It's great to remove it as quickly as you can because the longer it sits in the washing machine wet and heavy, wrinkles are going to form in your garments, which just means more work for you on the back end, especially if you're not a fan of wrinkles. So take it out, pop your stuff into the dryer. This is what I do. And I'm always discerning between what do I want to put in the dryer and what do I want to hang to dry. Most of the time, things like socks, pajamas, loungewear, stuff I don't really care about goes in the dryer. Everything else, I hang dry. So I just pull out a rack, I pop everything on that drying rack, I leave it there, generally overnight, and the next morning I'll collect it and hang it up. In the event that my stuff is wrinkled, I have a steam closet. So I just open it up, I put the stuff in the steam closet, I set it, and a couple hours later it comes out wrinkle-free, which saves me from having to steam or iron, which is kind of nice. Seeing that Riley is just 18 months, she doesn't help much with laundry aside from putting her laundry in the dirty laundry basket, which is very cute. And she does have one little basket in her room. I don't separate out items for her. I used to do that, but then I realized for a little person with little tiny clothes, it's just kind of a wasteful load of laundry to do. So generally speaking, I will mix everything together. And when I have enough for a load, and they're generally small loads because I will do her laundry about 2 to 3 times a week. I don't like letting her stuff sit for too long. I just use a color grabber sheet. However, if I'm doing a load of laundry, let's say I'm doing my colors, I'll go to her room and I'll just kind of fish out whatever colored items she has and I'll put them in with mine as long as my load isn't too big. The other thing I will do sometimes with her, if I don't want to wait too long, because of course baby, toddler, kids' clothes get really smelly quickly, and also the stains, you really want to deal with those stains quickly, so of course pre-treat those stains ASAP. Sometimes I'll just do a really small load. I have one of those pedestal washing machines, so what I'll do is I'll just open that drawer, pop a few little items in, run a regular cycle, and at least I know I've gotten that cycle out of my mind. I don't have to think about it again, and that really dirty or smelly or stained stuff has been dealt with. For her laundry, I use the same scent-free, dye-free laundry detergent. I just like a simple, plain laundry detergent, nothing fancy. We use cold water, and again, I'll adjust to the setting that I need based on the type of load that I'm doing. When the load comes out, I'm not gonna roll out the drying rack for her. I mean, let's be honest, she's in these clothes for 6 months at best. But what I will do is I put them in the dryer on a gentler setting because I find that the quality of kids' clothing isn't as great as our clothing, I suppose because the lifespan isn't expected to be as long as our clothing would be. In the dryer, you know, there's heat being used, there's a lot of rigorous rubbing and tumbling, which can wear the clothes down faster. So a little hot tip for you, if you are doing a lot of kids' clothing, make sure when you put it in the dryer that you're using a gentle or a delicate setting. And if you find the clothes aren't getting dry enough, you can increase the amount of time that you're drying for. So, you know, you're drying on lower heat, but maybe you up it by 20 minutes, you're still gonna get great results. With the advent of having a pool in our backyard, we've had a lot of guests over this summer. And even when we don't have guests, the 3 of us like to hang out in the pool, which means more towels and bathing suits. So, what happens after a day of swimming is we kind of just chuck all of our towels in front of the washing machine. It's not great, but it's only temporary. We leave it there for a little bit, and then at the end of the day, generally when we're about to start dinner prepping, I take bathing suits, towels, all of that stuff, and I throw that pool load into the washing machine and run that one through. Without the pool happening, there are just regular towels and other items that have to be washed around the house. I do a load of towels once a week, so I'll go into the bathrooms, pull any towels or find any towels that have been left in the laundry room, Riley's bathrobe, washcloths, that kind of stuff will all go into one load. I use regular detergent, generally use a heavier setting because the fabric weight is heavier. Also dry that. That generally ends up on the couch and we fold it while we're watching TV. We will also do a load of linens once a week, mine, Chad's, Riley's. And then other laundry that has to be done around the house, whether it's soft surfaces or jackets or any kind of specialty items, that's kind of a one-off occasion. And we always follow the fabric care labels so that we're not ruining any of our stuff. The final thing that we have to launder frequently are our microfiber cleaning cloths. We go through probably 15 to 20 of them a week with all of the wiping down and the dishes and the hands and all, we go through a lot of microfiber cloths. Plus we're filming videos all the time. So what I do with the microfiber cloths is I make sure that they are dry before I put them into the laundry room. I have a little laundry bin where they stay, and a couple times a week, I'll just throw through a small load, say before I sit down to, relax with Chad, have a glass of wine. Then I know that load is going. I can just quickly move it into the dryer. I don't care if wrinkles form, if I leave it overnight. Like, that stuff doesn't bother me so much. It's just more important that I know that they're getting washed on a regular basis. And to be fully transparent, our laundry game is not 100%. There will be times where people walk in the door and on this very couch to my left, there will just be a pile of laundry sitting there waiting for someone to fold it. I put it there because it's in front of a big TV, so I say to myself, hey, treat yourself, fold some laundry, watch some TV, but sometimes it doesn't always happen. So don't feel so bad about it if you've got a Mount Washmore sitting on your couch. Just try not to let it happen all the time. The other thing you might experience, which is something that both Chad and I experience, and we are still working on to this very day, is what's called the floor drobe or the chair drobe. Many of us have this in our bedroom. It's kind of a pile of clothes that are in laundry purgatory, like they're not totally dirty to be washed. Maybe you'll wear them again, maybe you should hang them up or fold them and put them away, maybe not. You're just too lazy, you don't want to think about it, maybe there's a dirty sock mixed in there. Like, that is a floor drobe or a chair drobe. That habit can be really hard to break. I know it all too well. I just want you to know it's a work in progress for me, it's a work in progress for Chad. So if you're someone with a floor drobe or chair drobe or a Mount Washmore somewhere in your house, don't feel bad. That brings me to this week's comment question, and I have a couple about laundry. First of all, what is your laundry routine? Do you do something that's unique or different, or something that you've tweaked that really works for you? Let me know in the comments down below, and also let me know if you're somebody that also has a floor drobe or a chair drobe, or both. If you want to see what we're up to during the rest of the week, you can follow along on Instagram. I am at Melissa Maker, Chad is at the Chad Reynolds. The two of us are at Clean My Space. If you like the Clean My Space channel and you want to support us, a great way to do that is just to watch another video right after this one, and here are a couple I think you might love. If you want to learn more about Maker's Clean microfiber cloths, you can click this button right over here. There is a button down there that lets me know you care, so click it if you liked this video, and click this button right here to subscribe and begin your journey to a cleaner life. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.